The core tension of this episode revolves around Bill discovering a murder plot against him, orchestrated by Haley and Randy, which immediately shifts the stakes from intrigue to life and death. For Bill, overhearing the conversation is a shock on multiple levels. It is not just the physical danger, it is the emotional betrayal that cuts deepest. Haley and Randy are people who operate within his circle. They are close enough that trust is assumed. To discover that they are plotting to kill him undermines that assumption completely. This betrayal forces Bill to confront a dual reality. The threat is external, but it also arises from the very people he believed he could predict or influence. Bill's reaction, drawing a gun, is both instinctual and symbolic. Psychologically, this is a fight-or-flight response taken to the extreme. He feels cornered and endangered, and in that moment the firearm represents control in a situation where he feels powerless. It is a tangible way to assert dominance, protect himself, and signal that he will not be a passive target. Yet the act also demonstrates vulnerability. The very need to arm himself reflects how destabilized he is by the revelation. The tension here is internal as well as external. He is facing fear, moral calculation, and strategic risk all at once. Haley and Randy's motivations are complex. Their willingness to plan murder reveals desperation, ambition, and a readiness to cross moral boundaries. They may believe that removing Bill is essential to achieving a larger goal, whether it's gaining power, protecting their interests, or eliminating an obstacle that threatens them. This moral calculus highlights the soap's recurring theme. When ambition or survival outweighs conscience, even people we think we understand can act unpredictably. The fact that they are plotting together also adds layers of trust and alliance. Two people who are willing to risk everything for shared gain, but that alliance is fragile because betrayal is always possible in high-stakes schemes. The episode also raises immediate narrative and psychological tension. Bill is now aware of the danger, but the moment he recognizes it, he must make critical decisions. Should he confront Haley and Randy directly? Alert allies? Set a trap? Each choice carries risk. Confrontation could provoke them into acting immediately, warning others could backfire, and acting preemptively might have legal or moral repercussions. The suspense lies in the uncertainty. Viewers are aware that any misstep could escalate the situation instantly, and every character's next move is unpredictable. From a character development perspective, this episode illuminates Bill's duality as both a survivor and a strategist. Drawing the gun is not merely defensive. It signals that he is prepared to act decisively, even lethally if the threat demands it. This moment shows his capacity for calculated aggression, but it also emphasizes the psychological weight he bears. Fear, paranoia, and moral uncertainty intersect, revealing the cost of living in a world where betrayal can come from the closest associates. Bill is strong, but the emotional and strategic pressure is immense, making the scene tense and compelling. Finally, the implications of this episode extend far beyond the immediate threat. Haley and Randy's plot creates ripple effects. It heightens distrust within their circle, forces Bill into morally and physically dangerous decisions, and sets up potential conflicts with allies, bystanders, or other antagonists. The storyline underscores Beyond the Gate's recurring theme. Trust is fragile, loyalty is uncertain, and one wrong move can spiral into chaos. Every character involved is now positioned on a knife edge, with stakes that are both personal and potentially lethal.